40% of babies that are being born right now are being born to single mothers. 40%. I saw this in a video and I was like, there's no way. It can't be that high. It can't be that bad. Society can't be that bad right now. And I Googled it. And there you have it. 40% outside of wedlock. I am so scared for the future. If we think our society is weak now, imagine all these kids that are being raised right now by single moms and what that's going to create for the future. Most of the people that are in jail were raised by a single mom. Why is having a baby taken so lightly these days? This is the biggest decision that you will ever make in your life. Having a baby and who you will have the baby with. Stop having kids out of wedlock. If you don't think the person is good enough to marry, then why would that person be good enough to have a baby with?
Women today are actively choosing to have kids with men they wouldn't even marry. Imagine the logic. He's not husband material, but yeah, let's make him father material. No, that's not strength. That's recklessness dressed up as independence. And now we have a whole generation of kids paying the price for their mother's need for attention and poor judgment.
Unpopular opinions. If women have such high standards, then why is it that there's still so many single mothers out there? And why are women getting pregnant by broke dudes that can only pay $100 in child support? The fact that OnlyFans exists is proof that women are okay with being sexualized as long as they're in control of how they're being sexualized. Women will always say that it's women supporting women, but when they're posting thirst traps, they don't think about the women behind the screens that are attached to the men that are liking the photos or the videos. So is it really women supporting women? The girl that posted that she was dating a broke guy then followed it up with the fact that he has a house and he's trying to pay off debt means that is one fundamental difference between men and women is because men want to get their finances in order and women want to go travel and spend all this money that they don't have. And most people miss the point. Most people rip that girl to shreds by looking like a filter because she said we shouldn't use filters, but y'all miss the point of how we should love ourselves, that we don't need a filter in the first place. But y'all were so quick to judge her that you missed the whole message. Social media is proof that women will insert whatever the hell they want to hear because 9 times out of 10, whatever they comment is just a reflection of how they feel about themselves. So I can only imagine how the men feel. Okay, bye.
Ooh, here comes the contradiction Olympics. Women have high standards, yet there are so many single mothers. That's the truth nobody wants to hear. The math doesn't add up. If standards are so high, why are broke dudes still fathering half the neighborhood? Because here's the secret. Women's standards are high when it comes to long-term commitment, but non-existent when it comes to sex.
So I've noticed lately that broke men are trying to convince single mothers that rich men don't want them. And the funniest thing about that to me is the reasons are usually like, oh, it's so much harder, it's going to be more expensive. They're looking at the children as obstacles. They're looking at these women as used goods. And here's the thing. Successful men don't base what they want off of how easy it is to get it. In fact, in my experience, when there's a bit of a challenge, it's more exciting for them. They're not going to go with the easiest lay, right? They're going to go with someone that's interesting to them. And the qualities that make someone a good mother really makes them an interesting person and a really good partner too. So, food for thought. These broke guys, dusty guys, really shitty guys are going to try to convince you that you're not worth as much because they're trying to get a baddie for a discount.
Let's kill this lie once and for all. High-value men don't line up to raise another man's kids. The more successful the man, the more options he has. And guess what? Options don't include used goods with baggage. But notice the spin here. She tries to reframe single motherhood as some kind of premium feature. Like, yeah, he could date a young, childless, fit woman, but wouldn't he rather pay full price for me and my kids? Oh, friend, no, that's not how it works. Successful men aren't looking for challenges in women. They already have challenges in business, competition, and life. What they want from a woman is peace, beauty, loyalty, and legacy. A man who spent 20 years building his empire doesn't dream of handing his wealth and name to a kid who calls another man dad. This narrative that only broke men don't want single moms is projection. It's broke women trying to convince themselves that their situation isn't a deal breaker. Spoiler alert, it is.
Question for all of these single moms of boys. Do you ever feel like you're failing as a parent because you've yet to find somebody to be a father figure in your children's lives? Or is that just me? Because my husband passed away when I was 3 months pregnant with my youngest son, who is now 5, and I have yet to find somebody to be that for my boys. My dad passed away when I was 11, and my husband's dad passed away last year. So my kids literally don't have that steady father figure in their lives. And I feel like as a mom, I'm failing them. You hear about statistics of single moms with boys. And it just weighs so heavy on my chest. Because I see how they grasp onto that male figure in my uncles and my male cousins. And I know that they want that in this household. And I feel like I can't. My picker's broken. And it just sucks. It sucks. Dating in your 30s as a single mom sucks. That's all I got.
This one hits differently because it's more emotional. She admits what most single moms won't say out loud. She feels like a failure because her kids don't have a father figure, and that's the raw, unfiltered truth. Children crave structure. Boys, especially, need masculine energy to model themselves after. No matter how loving a mother is, she cannot teach a boy how to be a man, period. A woman can't demonstrate discipline the same way a father can. She can't teach resilience in the same way a father does, and she knows it. That's why she confesses her sons cling to uncles or male cousins, desperately searching for that role model. This is why men say, "I don't date single moms," not because they hate the women, but because they understand the responsibility and weight of stepping into that role. It's not just dating her, it's becoming the emotional, financial, and moral anchor for children who aren't his. That's not just a challenge, that's a heavy burden that most men won't choose when they can simply build a fresh family with someone younger and unburdened. This isn't about shaming single moms who were widowed or abandoned. Life throws tragedies at people, but the majority, they weren't tragedies. They were preventable bad choices, and society has to stop applauding those choices. This is Male Legion, where reality hits harder than a TikTok breakup. Cheers.